What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. No, your eyes do not deceive you. This is legitimately how we're going to be playing the game today. We are in third person mode. That game is incredibly quiet when you're this far away from the bike. Holy moly. Okay, as you can see, we are a very long way away from the motorbike, and as you can imagine, it's probably going to be actually quite difficult riding around the track, being able to spot where your front wheel is. It will be nice being able to see everybody on the start though, that's for sure. Now, how did I do this? If you go into your profile, that I, you know, as all of the true passionate gamers do these days to mess around with settings and such, if you scroll all the way down to the very bottom, you will find your third-person options. Default, it'll max out usually at 1, and it's like 0.00000 to 1.000 blah blah. Today I am running on 7.5, I think. Just a random number here, and I've got the height set to about 3, so we are way above and way behind the rider today, and I just thought it'd be interesting to see how the game feels and how it plays. Essentially, this is like bird's eye cam, the old spider cam. I can hear this person behind me better than I can hear myself, because if you didn't know, the sound in this game is based on camera placement over anything else, so I apologise if you can't hear my own bike. I am on a 250 today. I am riding the 2024 Yami 254 stroke, and I'll be honest, I have no idea how she rides. I don't think I've ridden it at all, to be completely honest with you, but we are going to see off the rest of this, I guess, practice on Washington here today, and as soon as we are done, as soon as we are done, we will go onto the gate. Oh, Smokes is in here as well. Asar did. And I will meet you on the start line. For all of you passionate gamers, you can now get 20% off all G Fuel products worldwide by using code LINS at checkout. And for any of you motorheads looking for some new drip or apparel, use code MXPR_LINS15 fxrracing.eu to get 15% off. All links and codes are in the description down below. Enjoy the video and drop a cheeky little like and subscribe. So, I've got a slight issue here. I thought that taking a picture of me on the start gate would lead to a very good thumbnail. However, there's kind of something in the way, which you can see here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sabotage myself. And actually, this will be fun for the video. I'm going to turn off all of this stuff. So I'm going to let everybody go. I'm going to let the gate drop. Then I'm going to take a thumbnail. And then I'm going to put the standings and the time back on. And then we're going to try and catch up with everybody. So we'll go right there. Thumbnail has been taken. Let's go to standings and timing. And now we are going to do the rest of the race can't speak. We're going to do the rest of the race like this. Now, those of you who... just a little hiccup here at the start. Those of you who have been around on the channel a long time, you will know that I've said time and time again, I am quite an audio-based player on this game. Like, I really use the engine sound quite a lot to determine what gear I'm in, know like if I need to slow down, speed up, like what the traction's going to be like by rolling on the throttle. So the fact that I can hear everybody else's bike better than mine is going to make this exceedingly difficult today. And not to mention, what is going to be completely thrown off for me right now is my perception of how fast I'm going. Now, for little sections like this, where you're kind of getting hard onto the brakes, into the left to right, buddy, I don't understand how you've managed to stop there, but it's fine, we'll carry on. Yeah, my perception of speed is going to be way off. So you'll probably find me casing some jumps, you'll probably find me massively over-jumping others. Hopefully, it doesn't go too terribly. Now, this is actually a bit of a longer race than I expected. It's set to 7 minutes plus 2. I just thought it'd be the standard, you know, like 4-5 lapper. It's one of the Too Fast racing servers, and they do seem to be getting fairly populated these days. I wish that things weren't on stock tracks all the time. It does make the content creation side of things a little bit on the boring side, doing the same tracks over and over. But we'll move on. We'll see how we go. So I thought I'd ride the 250 again, because my 250 video yesterday seemed to be fairly well received. You guys seem to enjoy me riding something other than the Husky 450 for a change. And to be completely honest, in that same night, me and Charlie then went into like our own server, just me and him, and we was testing out a bunch of different bikes. Now, I have been sent setups on like Husky, I've been sent setups on the KTM 250. However, I didn't feel too confident on it. Now, I decided, just for the memes, because I don't think I've seen anybody actually riding one yet at all, I tried the Fantic, like the brand new Fantic, but ugly, by the way. I'm not sure what they were thinking in the factory with the stock 2024 plastics and graphics being black and like a little bit of fluo and grey in there. Horrible. But nonetheless, I tried it out, and on Anaheim 2, I beat my lap time on the KTM quite easily. I think I got a 1 minute flat .1, and I think at the time top of quality on a 250 was a 59 something. So not miles off, to be fair. I'm sure that lap time's obviously improved a lot now. What am I doing? But I thought it was actually quite good, and I don't see many people talking about it. Now, this was completely stock. I had the 80 front tyre and the 110 rear tyre, and the suspension was stock. The drivetrain I left exactly the same, and I didn't mess with the geometry at all either. Now, for some reason, the gearing that comes with the stock Fantic is very, very odd, because it sounds like it wants you to get off the bike because of how high it revs everywhere. However, I've noticed that second gear, for whatever reason, just seems to go on forever. Like, it's got good acceleration, but then it just picks up a hell of a lot of speed. And I found myself, even on the 250 around that track, the only time I got up into third gear was basically going back onto the start straight, and then obviously shifting up for the whoops. The rest of the track, I was just in second gear. I was able to hit some of the quads that I thought would only be doable on a 450 on it, and it's a really, really enjoyable bike. It struggles in the whoops a tiny bit when it's on stock suspension, but I'm sure those of you guys that know what you're doing with suspension probably tweak it about a little bit, make it a lot more enjoyable. But one thing that it does really well, it turns so tight, but then also has so much grip too. And I'm not sure if it's a placebo, but because it was turning so tight, I was kind of experimenting, and I was just taking off like a Supercross triple, for example, and just jamming my stick left and right to look at the steering. I'm convinced that the handlebars turn faster on the Fantic than on any other 250. I really can't say enough good things about it. I enjoyed it. I told Charlie about it afterwards. He hopped on and said it was awful. So it could just be a personal preference thing. But I'm very interested. If any of you have tried the Fantic out, let me know what you thought. If you haven't tried it yet, please do feel free to give it a go and then come back and tell me, because I'd be interested to know if it was like just a one and done thing, if maybe I got a lucky lap time out of the blue, but it felt like a really fun and enjoyable bike. Don't worry, I'm not going to be dropping down to 250s. I'm enjoying the 450 championship so far. This video, I think it's actually coming out on Friday, so it's actually race day today, so we'll see how I do at round 5. But up to now, it's been okay. We had 2 very good rounds. We had a round that was cancelled, and then we had a round that did not go quite so well, unfortunately, in the Triple Crown series, but still enjoying it, which I think is the most important thing. And I think in years past, if I had a performance like I did at Anaheim 2 in previous years, I'd be fuming and raging all over the place. But I feel like I was just all right, you know, accepted a lot of my own mistakes and found areas where I can improve. There is a chance that you see me on the KTM this Friday. Now, I know I'm always a big advocate of trying to do something different to other people. I thought I'd give it a go. I have a setup that got sent to me from a very, very fast member of the community, and for whatever reason, it feels incredibly... not sure how to there. It feels incredibly nimble, and it feels faster than the Husky does. The only place that I notice it doesn't feel quite as good as the Husky to me is in the whoops. We will cross that bridge when we get to it. Hopefully hopefully round 5's whoops aren't too brutal. But yeah, you might see me on a KTM for a round. If it goes absolutely in the bin, if it's abysmal and horrible for me, I'll probably go back to the Husky just out of comfortability. But we shall see. All new things. I wanted to make other bikes work. Like, I was messing around on the Honda and messing about with suspension on it and things like that, and I can't get it through whoops well at all. Got it to a point where it turns well, like it feels fairly fast in a straight line as well, but I'm only running like, you know, like a high 58, whereas you can get mid to low 58s on the other bikes, and I'm never going to be setting like 56s like these top boys are. That's just cracked to me. I'll do a lap time, think that is it, that is the best lap I will ever run. I can't gain any more time on that, and I look at the clock and I'm at like a 58 flat. I've not even got into the 57s yet, and people are running 56s. It's actually like crazy how quick this game's getting now. But yeah, you might see me on an orange bike rather than a white one. We shall see how it goes. And I don't know if it's bad, but we're only like 5 rounds deep into the Supercross series now, and I'm kind of itching for outdoors already. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I'm not sure what it is. Considering I feel like I'm a better Supercross rider than an Astrals rider anyway. I don't know, but yeah, I'm really excited for it. I have no idea, by the way, how I've been riding so horrendously in this race. I must have crashed more than 5 times at this point. Obviously, oh my god, he's lagging hard. Had the little delay off the start. He's lagging so hard. If I don't get into the back of this guy, it's a miracle. Please give me room. Please give me room. Yeah, go inside. I'll go around the outside. I have no idea. Oh my Christ. Okay. How I'm only 9 seconds off the lead. Oh, I'm just getting so unlucky. Please go. Please. Oh, I definitely think could have won this race if I was concentrating a bit more. I would not recommend these settings, to be completely honest with you. I believe we have 2 laps from this point. So, 12 seconds in 2 laps, maybe, if I don't get caught up into the back of anybody. But like I said at the start, it's actually been really difficult to judge my speed going into some of these corners. Holy boys. I know I'm a hazard sometimes, but my God, I'm struggling to get past people here. It's hard knowing how close you are to people as well. Like, I thought my front end was going to get swiped in, but apparently there was a big enough gap. Oh, in front, so I didn't hit him. I don't know if to try and be mean and try and dive up the inside. Oh, he's made his own mistake. That's okay. That's lucky for me. There's little ruts forming some of these corners from the road, and I don't know how I'd be able to actually stick in them if they was any deeper than they are now, because they're quite shallow for the time being. There's still obviously enough room in there for you to mess up. Again, no idea how I'm going to get past this guy with his connection, and I was trying diving up the inside, could not do that. There's the downside in some of these servers at certain times of day. I think this is like yellowy orange ping. It's 6 PM for me right now, so it's like midday for the US. No idea where this guy's from. Unfortunately, I do think I'm going to get the worst end of the netcode, which is not ideal. Okay, I'm not sure if that was me or if he crashed by himself. Unfortunately, also Washington, this is quite a one-line track in terms of the fast lines. To gain time on people, you just kind of have to hit the one main line faster than everyone else. There's no real way of, I guess, taking alternative lines to gain time at all. And I'm not really gaining any time on the lead right now. I think I've kind of made my bed. I'm laying in it. I think it could be a P3 for us. We have 1 lap to go, though, so there's a potential of a second place if any of the guys in front have a bad enough last lap. Let's try and get a good drive through these whoops, these rollers. Very, very difficult. Because I'm like so high up and above the bike, I can't really see how much the bike's rocking back and forwards, if that makes sense. So it's hard to see if I'm getting deep into them rollers or if I'm skimming across the top of them. Let's be gentle on the throttle in there. Gentle little step down. Oh, that's quite nice. One thing this does do is I feel like it slows the game down a bit for you. Everything feels like it's moving in slow motion. Makes the game feel very, very arcadey. So I mean, if you're looking for that experience in the game, then by all means do give it a go. And yeah, the only reason this kind of came to my mind is I saw people discussing in my Discord about like how can they make their third-person settings look more like MX Simulator, and some say, oh, you can maybe try messing about with stuff in your profile to INI to go outside of the ranges that the in-game settings have, which just got me onto the idea of maybe making this a little bit over the top. You can see I've gained about 3 seconds on the 2 guys in front of me in this first half a lap here. So yeah, if I didn't have those absolute nightmares at the start, oh, we could have been in a decent spot. As I say that and choke and throw it away. We also started with a lot of people in here, and there is now literally 6 people left circulating the track, which I don't understand. Now, I feel like a lot of people these days just leave lobbies when it's not going too well for them, rather than just sticking out to the end and trying to improve and maybe work on their racecraft a little bit. But it's been nice. Nice chilled out one, nice and easy. And yeah, to be fair, most of the time these days, stock tracks is all we get, which is a shame. Like I wish we'd get more stuff. It hasn't even got to be paid tracks. It can just be more of the like the well-known, not stock, but more of the well-known modded tracks that basically everybody has downloaded. And unfortunately, I think that's P2 there that's just getting away from me. We had a chance. It went away from us. I might have cuts of some sort. No idea. 2 seconds behind. There you go. I mean, Smokester got a win there. Maybe you'll get that on YouTube saying that he beat Linz in a race. Who knows? But P3, aeroplane mode, bird's eye view, spider cam, whatever way you want to call it. Fun for a challenge. Do not recommend it. It is literally way over the top. Again, if you want to kind of adjust this yourself, then open up your profile.ini with Notepad. Go down to the very bottom, which is where your third-person settings are located, and then just change your distance. I guess mine's on 7.5 right now, so you might be able to find a little bit of a sweet spot, maybe 2.5, maybe 3 if you want it a little bit further out. Yeah, have a little play, see how it goes. It's worth mentioning that anytime you kind of go back to the menu and they'll load into another server or go into testing, it will reset itself, which is a big old pain in the bum. So Poboso, maybe give us some bigger parameters to adjust our camera settings with. That would be a big old W. But thank you very much to you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you could drop a like if you did, and subscribe to the channel if you are new, that would be greatly appreciated. And I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, wherever you're up to. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
I'm working hard, I'm sacrificing my life, I'm sacrificing my mind, I'm sacrificing my sanity, but most importantly, I'm sacrificing my time. Boy, I feel fine, I feel like I am a king, honestly, I can't complain, even